Ian is a Weirdo. Today, I'm going to talk about what I've been up to, what I've been doing. I've been a little absent. I can't really tell. Time's so wiggly around this time of year. So, yeah, I've made a couple things and working on a couple things. Uh, been trying to explore my artistic horizons in different places. If you notice, if you're waiting on stuff from me from the auction, I'm very sorry, but I did pack it up the other day. So that's progress. Now I just need to get over the agoraphobia of getting out of the house. So it's a process, but hopefully you all are patient with me. I'm really trying. So I let's see. Even talking about agoraphobia just got my heart just like bum 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 bum. Um, so I am working on a mood blanket. We've talked about that at the beginning of the year, the end of the year, some part of the year. So this is what it looks like thus far. Um, and like I said, this is a mosaic blanket, and each color represents a mood, the mood that I was in at the time. So I just did another row, and I'm starting another row. I just finished another row. So the blanket's going well, I think. This is good progress for me and a blanket because me and blankets tend to not get along because I am impatient and I want to go, 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 go. And so I've been working on this. It's got, you can see probably more warm colors than cool, but there is a cool stripe in there. The warm colors represent not so good days. Um, the yellow being kind of like among the worst. And white being the absolute worst, which I don't have any white, so that's good. But just working on that. I also did my first all cotton project, which I know might be insane for some people who work almost exclusively with cotton. So I used Lily's sugar and cream, and this is a jumbo size, super size. Um, and it's in the color hot green. I think I also have hot orange too. And I'm like, why is it hot? But I use this. Heads up, I'm gonna show you something that looks like a penis. So be warned. So I made this packer, and it's attached to my harness. It can be removed so it can be washed. And I did it because I've been wanting to do one. And I uh, got into pattern testing for someone who made a pattern. So the pattern is not yet available. It will be available shortly. I think they're just trying to get everything wrapped up. But I had some feedback on the pattern. And the only feedback I really had was about how I modified it to fit my harness. For those of you who don't know, I tend to wear a packer. And the thing I really don't like about my packer is the fact that it's pretty heavy. And so it tends to pull my pants down. And so I'm struggling like all day, just like pulling my pants up over and over and over again. And I'm really afraid it's gonna fall out. So I wanted to put it in a harness, but the harness I got, the packer doesn't quite fit in. Like it, um, I'm just gonna show my packer. Okay, I'm gonna show my packer. It's dirty because it's got a bunch of like underwear lint on it. So sorry about that. But this is my packer, and it has balls and it has a shaft, and um, it uh, the way that it is built, it's really flat on the back, and when I put it in the O-ring of the harness, part of the flat part comes through the O-ring, and it gives it a lot more. It projects the shaft further, if that makes sense. So it looks too big. Like it looks unnaturally big. And the point of the packer is to look natural. So I really have to be careful about what underwear I wear when I wear this and stuff like that. So I thought a harness would eliminate all those problems, and then we could go on our merry way. But then again, that packer and that harness don't go together well. So, and it was really hard to find for me to find. If you all can find one, that would be great. But it was really hard for me to find a packer harness that wasn't underwear. I didn't want. So right now, mine is just straps. It's basically a jock strap. Actually, it is a jock strap. So it has the straps around the butt, and um, then it just is like a triangle in the front, and it has an O-ring that kind of connects all of the pieces. And that's what I wanted because I didn't want underwear, because you wear underwear, at least me, you wear underwear one day and then you wash it. But I didn't want to have to wash my underwear. Like, I didn't want to get one pair and have to wash it every single day, or get multiple pairs, which would be super expensive because Packer underwear is not cheap. So if you see Packer underwear or Packer uh, harnesses that are cheap, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate that. So something else I did for my anniversary, um, I uh, I did some artwork, some squeegee artwork with my wife, and my wife is, if you guys don't know Mel is like anti-craft. Like, she has no patience for anything crafting. So on our anniversary, I begged for us to do a little bit of artwork together. And I was like, this is going to be really easy. And I've seen it online. It looks super simple and it'll be really fun. So we used all different colors, and we made this beautiful rainbow artwork. How cool is that? I freaking love it. It is so cool. It's my new favorite thing, and it's something that I made with a person that I love. So we even dated it with our anniversary, so we would know when we made it, and we would have this to remember it by. So it was really easy. We just put dots all over the canvas, and then she kind of wiggled the squeegee as she's kind of, like she was doing a window or something, and just squeegeed the art. And it took, like, honestly, like less than 5 minutes, probably like 2-3 minutes. Like, it was a very fast project, and it just turned out super cool. So I was like, I need to do more of this. This is the easiest artwork I've ever done. Um, so I might do some squeegee artwork and then do some drawings over it. So I'm thinking about doing that, and I think that'll be really fun. But I have to get more canvases, and canvases tend to be a little bit expensive. So I know some people go to like Goodwill and use existing art as their canvas, and then they um, whatchamacallit, use that to do artwork over. But that's, I never feel like there's a good art selection. There's no like art place at my Goodwill. I just, it'll be like random like little photos, but like nothing significant. So maybe I need to look at some better Goodwills, some more artsy Goodwills, and see what they have there. So yeah, so that's mainly what I've been working on. And it's been making me very happy. The Packer made me very happy to be a part of creating that. And it's also a little bit big for me. So I'm gonna make some adjustments to make it a little bit smaller. I think I added some stitches um, when I did the original one, that one, and that's why it's a little big. Because Cashapp is like really, really girthy. And like, not that that's unrealistic for some people, but it's kind of not what I'm used to. I'm used to something that's a little bit more average in girth for a soft penis. So I bet you didn't expect me to talk about penises this whole time, did you? If you ask me what I'm wearing around my neck, it is a beautiful necklace made by my friend who he's a psychic. He makes dream catchers. He makes beautiful dream catchers. If you can see this dream catcher behind me, he made that. And it's got smoky quartz, um, clear quartz, and what else? What's that black one? Obsidian, maybe. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. He makes the most beautiful um, dream catchers, and he's so creative. But he also made this necklace and gave it to me, which I am really thankful for. Hey, Cami, welcome in. Just getting going here. I was talking about what I was doing. I'm making a mood blanket right now, and that's going well. I'm doing a mosaic style, and so it just looks like different stripes or little bars, and it corresponds to this card that I made that shows all the different colors I use based on my mood. I know there are a lot of colors, but I experience a lot of moods. So, but how have you been, Cami? I've missed you. I've missed your presence in my life. I really have. I hope you're doing well. Um, I think last time we talked, you were having a little spat with your mom. So I hope things have settled down a little bit and been a little bit easier for you. But I also made a packer, which is a synthetic penis. And this kind of creates a bulge in your pants, so it looks a little bit more mask. Um, and I was pattern testing for that, and that was really fun to be able to pattern test. It was my first time pattern testing. I did lie a little bit on my application about my experience to get into pattern testing, but I knew that it was a pattern that I was going to be able to do with my skill level. So I was like, I can do this. Ooh, oh, very cool. That's so cool, Cami. I've been looking at that, but I don't think I can crochet that small because it's so much detail. Um, that kit, but the kit is really, really awesome. I saw Alt Knots do it, and they did such a good job um, with working up all of the characters, and it's just so cool. I'm so envious. I'm just like unable to do stuff that small. It just hurts my hands and it just hurts my brain. So I hope you have good luck with it. I can't wait to see what you make with it. It's going to be so good. I know it's going to be so good. I'm so excited to see. Hey, Prince Daniel. Sorry, I'm choking while I am talking to you. You got me all choked up. It's good to see you. I choked on my tea, so that's a thing. And I am just talking about the projects that I've made. And that's basically it. I have potentially a new series coming out that I'm excited for. I really want. Okay. I'm wonderful. I've been actually nursing my mom back to health. She hurt herself and became allergic to 2 different antibiotics. Oh no. Oh, I hope she's doing okay. I'm so glad that she has you there with her to help out. But I'm glad you're doing okay. Um, that's good and bad to hear, I guess. I don't know. Um, so, oh, that sucks. I am allergic to an antibiotic, and it is a pain in the ass, literally. So, so I really understand that, and that is awful to become allergic to antibiotics. It's such a pain. Um, but what else have you been up to? What else have you been making? Um, yeah, it's great that you're helping your mom. So I think I showed this off before. This painting I did of the moon phases. I like it better sideways, but I don't really have the real estate to do that. Um, Old self again. Oh, that's good. Um, Thanks for the update. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I also have, so this right here, I can't reach it. So that is a print that I got from my therapy. Yay, therapy presents. It is the print of the skeleton with the burning cigarette or something like that. Um, from it's a Van Gogh uh, print, and it's a little small, but it is just like it's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. It's a print that I've been wanting for a really long time, and then they had that on their like store of things you could buy your points with, and I immediately was like, add to cart, check out, we're going in. Okay. So that was good. I have not bought yarn in a very long time, and I've been lurking. I've been looking at all the sales. I've been seeing what's new everywhere. I've been adding stuff to my cart, taking it out, adding it back, and then like leaving my cart abandoned, like an abandoned shopping cart in Walmart. Um, I am so bad about pulling the trigger on. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, well, tell her I said hi back, and I appreciate that. That's nice. That made my day. Um, so yeah, so I've been working on a lot of things, but I keep wanting to start new projects, which is totally me. At least I finished the Packer. I knew I had to finish the Packer before I did anything else because it was pattern testing, so I needed to do it in a timely fashion. Um, and I really want to create one in. I really want to create a couple in like different colors, and then have some be adapted for harnesses and some not be adapted for harnesses, just so I can play around with whatever I need to do. And Yeah, so I am starting a new series that I'm really excited about, but I'm also kind of nervous about because I don't want to do too much and burn out again. So I'm really trying to like dip my toe back into the world of crochet. Um, but it's something where I ask my wife to pick random yarn because I have so much yarn, and there's so much yarn I have that I'm just I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to uh I just am not inspired by it when I look at it, and I just look over it all the time. And we all have yarn like that, right? And so I asked my wife to pick some yarn, and I have to make a project with it. So she already picked the first one, and I'm about to start that project. That'll probably be my next project along with another packer. I really want to do a packer that's a little bit smaller, so that I can wear it a little bit more comfortably, because the one I have right now is pretty big. And even though I did not pack it full, I didn't pack it full of polyfill by any means. It's still just like giant. Like I said, the girth problem is real. Um, so I'll work on the packer, and then I'll also work on the project that I'm working on with this yarn that I hate. I've hated it since I got it. And I got it because it was a Hobby Lobby sale and like all this stuff. And I've been trying to give it away and like sell it and like do everything I can, like trade it, anything. I just wanted to get rid of it. And then, of course, that's the first one my wife picked, was the yarn that I probably hate the most out of my collection. And I am like, okay, what do I do with this weight yarn and stuff like that? And but I have an idea. I think it's a good idea, and I'm excited to give it a go and try it. Um, it is a wool yarn, and it's pretty scratchy. So I was like, what am I going to do with this? My wife thinks it's scarfable, but I strongly disagree. I was like, I'll make you a scarf, but I'm not making myself a scarf to like out of this. And like the color scheme is not nice. It's not my so. It's the worst yarn. Afghan women acrylic yarn, but my brain decides to squirrel. Yes, I get that so intensely. I am having a squirrely brain all the time. um, so yeah, I appreciate you all coming to hang out with me. It's always nice to see you. I feel like I got caught up a little bit in something that I said I wouldn't, which was trying to get like numbers and like more people watching at the same time, and like, you know, all of that stuff, all these metrics on YouTube to try to like be better. And I like get caught up in that in my head, and I'm like, why am I doing all this work if only 2 people are watching and stuff like that? And then I'm like, but you know, like 2 people are taking time out of their day to like come and hang out with me. I should be honored, and I am honored. And I should respect that. And sometimes there's no people here, but maybe people watch the replay, maybe people don't. So I feel like I got kind of caught up in my head about getting enough attention, I guess is the best way to put it. It sounds so like juvenile when I say it, but yeah, I so I don't know. I do have a question for all my yarny friends. So obviously I've done a lot of amigurumi. At one point I was like, I'm not doing any more amigurumi, and then like I did like 10 amigurumi projects. So I want to do amigurumi. I don't mind using cotton or acrylic or whatever. Um, but how do you stock your stash so that you can just pick up an amigurumi project and do it? I feel like I always have to go and buy new stuff for a new project. And that's how my stash developed, right? Or I bought a bunch of yarn that was pretty and didn't know what to do with it. So how do you, like, if I wanted to have like all these colors to make something, like, is it easier to buy per project, or do you have just a collection of like bonbons, or like what do you do? How do you collect enough yarn um, for amigurumi projects that are often multiple different colors? And if you have advice, I would very much appreciate that. I know that there are a lot of colors of sugar and cream, which I appreciate. Because I really want to make Mel a Legolas amigurumi doll, but it takes so many colors and like so many like shades of green and like all the stuff, and I just like really am I don't know what to do. How do I buy? I've done have all been kits. That's really smart. I wonder if there's a Lord of the Rings one. I was gonna buy a pattern and just get yarn from there, but I don't know what the best way to do it is. Also, I really wanted to start focusing on um, Valentine's Day already, because it's going to be here before we know it. We know the year flies by. I saw this one that looked like a box of chocolates, and it was a box that opened. It was so cool. I see yarn, I buy yarn. That's my method. Well, thank you will work for yarn. I appreciate that. I am the same way, and I'm trying to be a reformed yarn addict. Um, but man, I love yarn. But also, like, it's weird when you like. I like to I love to buy variegated yarn because I think it's beautiful to look at. But then I get home and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like, what am I gonna make with this? So I have a lot of variegated yarn that I just don't know what to do with. And or self-striping. Oh, self-striping is the worst because I make a lot of small projects and a lot of self-striping is like long stripes. And so I don't know what to do with that. I should just bite the bullet and make a shawl. Um, like I've been needing to probably do just to earn my stripes as a, no pun intended, as a crocheter. I need to make a shawl. But like, I don't think Melanie would wear it, and like, I definitely wouldn't. Shawls are not my thing to wear. It's not my style. Um, but yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, but I've been like itching to buy yarn, but I just like don't want to. I'm on like a limited budget, so I got to make sure that I'm being reasonable and being responsible, and yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm just like, this is stupid. You got to budget for things. Such a child. So she said she ain't going to be taking me to the yarn store until I use my yarn. Yeah, that's hard. Oh, you found new colors. Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you so much for sending that to me. I really appreciate that. I am working on getting over my agoraphobia to send these packages out from the auction that was like a month ago. I can't, I can't believe it. Like, I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? It kind of sends me into like existential crisis. So please don't apologize. You sending me anything, anytime is super okay. I will accept it anytime. Um, I'm also thinking about doing a project with yarn labels. So I have a lot of yarn labels just lying around and I throw a lot away. But I'm like, what if I did something with this? What if I did like a project with this? And I was like, well, first I could like either like laminate it or something. A lot of them are like a paper that's kind of covered in like a film, so it wouldn't be too bad anyway. Some of them are just paper. Yeah, yeah. Don't feel bad. Please never feel bad. Um, but I'm thinking about taking these yarn labels and making either a garment piece or, which I don't know what to do that would be masculine, or doing a kind of like origami like crown with it. I think that would be really cool to have that. So I got to figure out what I want to do with my yarn labels, but I want to do some cool projects. So if you want to send me yarn labels, I will gladly take them. And if you don't want to send me yarn labels, don't send them to me. I don't feel bad. 90 of cottons, granny square Afghan of many colors. You make the coolest projects, Cammy. I'm always in amazement at how just the projects that you do. They're so cool. I love your scrap cans and I love all of that. They're so cool. So cool. I can't wait to see that. Please show me that when you make that, when you finish that. I'd love to see it. Um, let's see. So, what else is going on in my life? My life is a mess. Um, I am gonna try to um, organize my yarn station a little bit more. As you can see, it's gotten a little bit out of hand. This part's not too bad, actually. It's kind of just like what's down here. Show what I'm working on. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, I showed it a little bit earlier, but I don't think anyone was in the room. So I'm working on a mood blanket. So this tracks my mood. I put different colors in at different times whenever I feel like it. So The warmer colors represent when I'm down, and the cooler colors represent when I'm more up. And this is a mosaic pattern that I saw that I was like, oh, I can definitely do that. I don't need a pattern for that. I can recreate that pretty easily. So this is what I'm making. This is what the back looks like. So just most mosaic backs just look like stripes. Um, so it's not reversible entirely, but it still looks pretty cool regardless. So yeah, so that's one thing I'm working on is my mood blanket, and I go according to this chart that I made. So it has different colors for different moods I'm in. I scaled it from 0 to 10, and 0 being like the worst. It's really, really simple. If you're familiar with mosaic crochet, you work a lot in the back loop only. So you alternate using the back loop only, single crochet, and then a drop down double crochet. And you just do that and you alternate with lines of black, so it creates a nice stripe pattern. I can go into more detail if you want to know. Hey, Zach, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. So I have all of these moods that I can be in, and this is how I keep track of it. And so that's one thing I worked on. Next thing, disclaimer, is looks like a penis. So for those of you who don't know, I do pack. Packing is a form of creating a bulge in your pants, so it looks like you have a penis. So I was a pattern tester for a pattern, and so there are balls and penis, and it just sits flat against you like this. This one is a little bit big. I think I added some stitches when I was working. It's made with sugar and cream. Uh, Cotton yarn, and so it's easy to wash, easy to maintain, easy to clean. I'm gonna get good at the pattern, and then I'm gonna make some and donate them to my local LGBTQ plus center. Um, and yeah, it's this is a penis, and this is a harness that I wear with it, so it holds it up, because nothing is worse than the feeling of your packer slipping down, slipping out of your underwear, and falling out of your pants. That is the worst. That is the worst. Cottagecore blanket pattern. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. And then finally, I did this painting with my wife on my anniversary. It is squeegee art, so we put a bunch of dots of paint. It kind of ended up in a rainbow, and then we just kind of moved the squeegee, like a shower squeegee, um, and moved it kind of in a wave motion, and it just is this really beautiful picture. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm obsessed with it, and I got to do it with my wife, so it was really special. We did it on our anniversary. So that's what I'm working on currently, but then I have some upcoming projects, like I was talking about earlier, where my wife picked some random yarn out of my stash, because I was like, I need to destash, but there's yarn that I never look at, that I never even think about doing this with. So maybe I should give that a try first. So she picked the my least favorite yarn that I have. I hated it from the moment I got it. I bought it because it was on super sale at Hobby Lobby years ago, and I've been trying to get rid of it ever since. It's like a Ouija board. It just won't go away. So she picked it, and I was like, oh, I hate this yarn. So I finally figured out what pattern I'm going to use. I have a video coming out soon where I will talk about it. I'm not doing it on a special timeline or anything like that. So hopefully that doesn't stress me out to have that additional project going on. I'm using a bag a day pattern. I don't want to spoil what I've decided to do with it. But I will say that it's definitely a unique project that I have not done before. So it'll be very cool to try to do that. And I'm very excited. But yeah, so That's what I'll be doing. I'm looking at the yarn right now, giving it the evil eye because I'm like, I don't want to use you. You suck. I want to get rid of you. But the best way to get rid of yarn is to use it in a project, right? Right. So, um, so yeah, so that's what I've been working on. So I hope that that satisfied your need to see what is going on in my brain right now. What is the yarn? So it's a surprise. So I'll tell in the video. Um, but uh, I will say that it's wool and it is scratchy. Mel thinks it's scarfable. She's like, I'd wear this in a scarf. And I was like, well, I'll make you a fucking scarf, but I'm not wearing that scarf because it's itchy as hell. So it is wool, and I don't often work with wool, so it will be a fun challenge to do that. But I'm excited because I always love following Bag a Day patterns. Her patterns are so easy to follow, and she really explains things well. So helps when you're not very good at crocheting to have someone who's really good. So at explaining and is good, period. Um, so yeah, so that's what I'm working on. What are you all working on? What I don't want to ever go into my brain. Cami, I think you would actually really enjoy the mood blanket. You can start at any time. You don't need to wait for the beginning of the year or anything like that. Um, and it's a really great method of checking in with yourself and checking in with how you're feeling. Yeah, reminder you won't be snuggling when she's wearing it. Exactly. I'll be like, like, like a vampire. Like, get away from me. it's that's like when she eats cucumbers. Like the only thing, like, I will not kiss Mel. And hey, Froggy, I love you. I love you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you so much. Um, and if she eats cucumber, I will not kiss her. I will not go near her. I'm like, you stink, and I hate this. I hate cucumber. I hate the smell. I hate the taste. I hate everything about it. I even hate the way it looks because it fools you into thinking it's zucchini, which is a amazing vegetable, and it's the world's worst vegetable. Um, Everyone's saying hi in the chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. I am drinking winter wake up tea. I had a horrendous night of non sleep. I slept all day yesterday because I was having a really bad mood because of my group therapy. And I slept all day afterwards. And then hey, Sparkle, welcome in. And then I like couldn't sleep all night. So I went to bed like after 8:30 in the morning. Like I was up all night. And luckily I used some of that time to crochet. It was nice, it was relaxing, but I was like, I just want to sleep. And I kept on lying down to sleep, couldn't sleep. That's the worst, right? Had any cherry coffee lately? I have not had any cherry coffee lately. Actually, I've never had any cherry coffee. I've had cherry tea. That's what I was thinking, but I've never had cherry coffee. I don't know if I like it, but I would give it a try. I actually only drink one type of coffee. I'm not like very experimental with my types of coffee because I found that I'm not a big fan of like a lot of them. But I use low acid French roast. The low acid really helps with my acid reflux. Um, so that's what I drink. Love cherry coffee. Oh, you make it sound so good. Oh, maybe I have to try it. Where do you get it from? I've never seen it. Ooh, hey Winter, welcome in. And keep on working on my mood blanket. How's it going? It's going all right. According to my mood blanket, I am more upset, panic slash anxiety. I will send a sample. Um, but yeah, I was talking about things that I have upcoming. So I two things I have upcoming. Well, three things. One, I'm going to make another packer. So I made a packer for um, a pattern testing that I did, and I accidentally added some stitches. I think I made the shaft too big, and so it's pretty girthy, which is realistic for some people, but I prefer something a little bit more slim that doesn't quite show as much. Um, and in the pants, I just want something subtle. I don't need people thinking that I'm, packing anaconda. Uh, you know, but uh, so that's one thing that I'm working on. I'm also going to start a new series. Okay, Zach, that's great. Um, I also am going to be starting a new series where I have Mel pick random yarns that I never work with and I never look at, and I have to make something with them. Because I want to destash, but I want to get rid of the yarn that I just don't look at. I have so much yarn that I just don't ever like think about or care about that I just need to like get through it. And so that's what I plan on doing. So yeah, so this is my mood blanket thus far. I put it through a row for each mood that I'm in according to the card that I have. Um, and once I perfect the Packer pattern, I really want to donate some to my local LGBTQ plus center, for people who are trans, people who are trans mass, people who are non-binary, who want to pack, anyone like that. I really want to make sure that they have uh, free packers available because I know packers can. Mine wasn't expensive, but sometimes you don't have $20. Like sometimes that's expensive to you. Um, Honestly, like I don't have a lot of money, so I totally understand, and I really want to be able to give back to my community. And I feel like this is a great way that I can give back to my community at a pretty affordable cost because the cotton isn't too expensive. Um, So, and then let's see, I had one other thing. I had three things: packer, the yarn. Oh, and then I'm planning on taking yarn labels because I have them everywhere, like literally everywhere. And I want to make something out of them. I'm either thinking of like kind of laminating them with like tape and making like a garment out of them, which I don't know what like mask thing I could make out of them. Cause like my first idea is like goes to making a train, which because I love making trains. Okay, I love it. But like I would need so many yarn labels. But I thought it'd be really cool to have like a tie-on train. Um, to be like a yarny prince and or princess and or royalty. So if you want to send me yarn labels that you have just lying around, please feel free. I'll send you my address. But if you don't want to send them, that's cool too. Keep them to yourself. That's cool. But yeah, so that's one of my project ideas that I have. So I just got to figure out what I want to do. I might also do like instead of doing a garment, I might do like an origami like crown, like mixed domestic wears in a lot of their videos. If you don't know who Mixed Domestic is, you might know them by their former name, they recently came out as non-binary, so I don't want to say what it is, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but it's mx.domestic, and they do a bunch of quilting videos. They do a bunch of crochet videos. Uh, just amazing, lovely person, very sweet, and how to make clothing out of duct tape. That I should look at some videos like that, and do that. That'd be cool. Okay, yeah. Zach, send can you send me an email? Let's see. I believe my email is in the description box below. If it's, well, actually, I'm just gonna give it to you. Yes. And then I will give you my address. Thank you for that yarn. I really appreciate it. I was at Michael's and I saw the yarn and I was like, ooh, so pretty. I can't wait to have it. I love the neons. Yeah, mine carries all of the colors but the orange, which neon orange, I feel like is sometimes like the hardest neon to find. And I'm like, why are we hating on the orange? The neon orange is like one of my favorites. And I love it for Halloween stuff. So, um, I just give me some neon orange all the time. I want it. Give it to me. Me, 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 me. So, does anyone else know the struggles of finding neon orange? I have this one really amazing orange. It's Studio by Nicole, which was AC Moore. Oh wait, this is Red Heart Super Saver. So actually, this is a good orange too. It's like a safety orange. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But then I have the Studio by Nicole, which was AC Moore, which is no longer in business. So, but that one was so soft. I love it. I have it somewhere, but not here apparently. So yeah, I'm just working on my mood blanket right now. My mood's been down a little bit. Neon orange. Oh my gosh, you're the best. You're the best. Make sure to use coupons, please. But thank you so much. That's so sweet. I can wait forever. Like I never expect anyone to send me anything because it's just not my style. You say you send me something and you never send it, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so because it's a gift, you don't, to me, you don't go around like expecting people to give you gifts. So um so yeah. Hook keeps on slipping out of this stitch. I'm like, yeah, go in. I can't find my rainbow furls J hook, and so I'm like using a clover. I'm like my hands hurt a lot more when I use clovers. I have been seeing your bunnies. They're so cute. You are so talented. You can tell Zach you were teasing. Yeah. Um, that's so sweet, Zach. I appreciate that. I love queer bunnies. I love queer things, period. Um, when in doubt, gay it out, you know? So this has been a surprisingly fun project. If you haven't tried Mosaic, I strongly suggest it. It's just a really cool. It's it doesn't have to be complicated. You just like giving. You're so sweet, Zach. Um, I like giving too. I'm just really poor. So I give as much as I can. But it was really nice doing the auction and the fundraiser because it was just a really great opportunity to feel like I did something. Um, right, Ian? Yeah. I never call you a gift horse. um, but it's just nice to feel like I'm doing something, giving back, um, and it's just a nice feeling. But I've been shit at sending stuff out. Really, I have it packed up behind me. I finally put it in bags and uh, like uh, put the information on it. I just need to take it to the post office. But the post office is like 10 minutes away. I've got to deal with people. It's crowded. Everyone's in a bad mood. And I just like, that's kind of energy that I like don't need right now. And plus, I deal with agoraphobia. So, like, going there and feeling like claustrophobic in a line that moves like inch by inch really just like sends my anxiety through the roof. Like even before when I was saying this and now, like my anxiety is like built up just from talking about how how the post office is for me. So it's really post office has been built up to be like a really not great place for me. Does anyone else have that? Is it just me? I feel like yeah, I just feel like a little bit like crazy for being so sensitive to it, but um, I just yeah. So Mel works all the time. So Mel works so much that I can't ask her to do that. I feel so bad. So um, yeah, good idea. But she does so much, so much. She does everything, and I do nothing, and I'm a piece of shit. But I did clean the shower the other day, and I felt very accomplished about that because there was like so much soap scum and like, oh, there were like spots of mold, and it was like, I can't shower in the shower anymore. It is so fucking nasty. I've heard it's the ADHD in me that like you don't see dirty stuff until like it bothers you, and then all of a sudden you have to clean it, and that is like what I did. um Today I made myself get out of bed and ran a few errands. That's good. Sometimes it's 2 weeks in between outings. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, it's like I I don't know. I've been depressed, but I've also been like fluctuating in mood. So it's really hard to be like, yeah, I'm depressed when like I'm like creating stuff at like 3 in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm so productive. Ooh, I've also been writing fan fiction. I probably will not share it with you all because it is pretty smutty. If you happen to find it and you like it, you can let me know. But otherwise, I'm not gonna share it. It's a little embarrassing because I'm such a fan. I am such a stan or whatever of this couple, Mickey and Ian from Shameless, the show Shameless, and I really like uh, just like I I just wrote one. Yeah, I believe it, Winter. Yeah, and it was scary because, like, if you're immunocompromised or if you're, like prone to getting sick, or if you're just really nervous about germs or you have agoraphobia, it's really easy to just like suck in all that energy and like it's so negative and just like, ugh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I totally understand. Yeah, that's really hard. That's really hard. But I'm proud of you for getting out of bed, for going out and doing things. I know it's hard. I can't do it a lot of days. I do get out of bed most of the day with a motor tool, and that's how she got sick. Oh no. Oh, I hate to hear that. Yeah, I was gonna use a drill and like a brush attachment, but my dad didn't listen to me and ended up getting me other stuff, but the stuff that I wanted worked. I just had to scrub a little bit more and put my back into it. So, but I did clean the shower, and Mel did compliment me on cleaning the shower, so that was nice. Oh, that's so sweet to ask, Mary. So, are any of you doing temperature blankets, mood snoods, anything like that? Are any of you doing kind of tracking projects? Because, like, I always want to do a temperature blanket, but then I can't commit, or the idea of like keeping up with the temperature, just like, oh, I'm so sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry for your loss. Um, that's really hard. But I'm glad you're still with us and you get to experience each day with us. It's too hard to keep up with, and ADHD keeps me from committing that long. That's what I thought for this project. I was like, oh, if I have to do it every day, it's gonna be like awful. But what I just do is I pick a color. I just like I just do it when I want to. When I think of it, when I want to. 10 divine hats. I don't know what that is. What is that? Tell me what that is. Oh, I'm sorry, Winter. It's amazing how like laws can bring us together, and we can find support in communities that we didn't know we would get support from. So, um, so I'm glad to have you all, because you all have given me so much support, um, and I will forever appreciate all of you for all the support and love that you've given me. And so when I see it in the chat given to other people, it just makes my heart warm. Oh wow, that's cool. Swirl looking beanies. Oh, so cool. Those are nice. I've been really wanting to make a witch hat for a long time, and I need to just buckle down and make one because they are freaking cool. And there's so many different styles that I would love to try to make. But I just like every time I look at it, I'm like, it looks like they're using like single crochet. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to make a hat with single crochet. I want to make it with like treble crochet so I can finish it in like 2 hours. Which not that I would be able to do it in that timeline because I'm not fast, but you know what I mean. Ooh, excellent question. I would say the pan bunny. As someone who is both, I think the pan bunny. I think if you're trying to sell them, which I think you are, then I think the pan one will sell better. Because trans stuff doesn't sell. That's all I'm finding. 808 to the wait staff at my favorite restaurant. Oh, that's so nice. You're such a sweetheart. And I don't mean that in like the southern way, where it's like you're such a sweetheart, where it's like kind of undercut with like bitchiness. I mean it in like a legitimate, you're such a sweetheart. Such a sweet thing to do. I'm sure they really appreciated that. Oh, that's a good idea. Softer, like me, it's safer closeted people. That's so nice and thoughtful. Yeah, I love that, and I think the pan colors and the trans colors are um, both really good incognito, especially trans stuff, because trans stuff like is like they're like baby colors, you know, and so you can be like, oh, there's like baby colors, but no, it's trans. So ha 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 ha. That's what I found at least. Yeah, that's such a good idea. I think the thing about representation is like, about when you talk about soft representation, I think a lot of people think that to be proud or out, you have to be like rainbow flags or trans pride flags or whatever everywhere, and you have to be just glowing and radiating queerness everywhere you go. Hi, Lydia. But really, your expression is is enough of pride. You existing is pride, and so that's important. Lydia, I'm working on a mood blanket, and so each color is a moment in my mood, brain, whatever. And so each color means something different. I have a card that tells me which color to use based on what mood I'm in. And it's not looking as like bright and fantastic as I wanted it to, but it is creating its own look as I'm doing it. So I kind of wish I picked my colors a little differently. Maybe picked a little bit more bright colors so that it would pop against the black, but because it looks a little like 70s kind of vibe, but that's cool. It's fine. Maybe we'll get into some cool colors when I'm feeling good. We'll see. 35. There's no rush. LOL. It's doing better. Oh, that's awesome, Lydia. I'm so happy for you. Have you been doing lives or anything? Because I haven't got any notifications. Afghan in my Afghan sash is like a mood Afghan. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you just pick the color that you want to work with, and then you work with it. Yeah, shit, that's a really insightful observation. Cool, Cammy. That's awesome. You did a live on Monday night? I did not see it. Before you turned 35. Well, you've got a couple years, right? Like, what am I, 31 now? So, yeah. Fine by me. I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I put notifications on, so I'm not really sure what's going on, Lydia. But I will double check to make sure I put notifications on. But I thought I did. I usually do. I mean, sometimes I'm bad at it. I'll be honest. Sometimes I fuck up. So, is anyone working on anything exciting? I know Cammy has a Nightmare Before Christmas book. Oh yeah, know how YouTube is when it comes to notifications. Definitely, yeah. And also, there's a whole thing with algorithm, so it might not pop up on my feed. I don't know. Also, like, I get so many. I'm subscribed to so many YouTube channels that I get a lot of. Each morning I have like at least 5 YouTube notifications of what's been posted since I've been sleeping, and then I don't get any more. So it's possible that you went live and I had so many notifications that I just didn't see. So it's possible that that's what happened. Stuffing her face with crackers and spinach dip. That sounds delicious. This old lady needs a nap. It's been fun chatting. It has been fun chatting. Thank you, Mary, for participating and hanging out with us. Take a nap, get rested. Oh, I need to take a nap because I slept 3 hours. You'll be live tonight. Okay, I will try to join you if I am awake. Who knows what's going to happen? My sleep schedule has been all kinds of crazy. Um, who knows? But I will try to join you. I always love joining you, Zach. So yeah, I'll try to do that. I don't like making promises because I'm like, I really don't know if I can keep them. Yeah, next time I do a live, I will email you if you want me to. Yeah, you're welcome to. Yeah, I do check my emails. But don't do anything that is too much trouble for you. But I would love. I haven't seen one of your lives. That's bullshit. That's such bullshit. I should be supporting you and watching your lives. Like you support me. It should be reciprocal. But this has been a one-sided relationship. It's not fair to you, Lydia. You shouldn't put up with me. But thank you for putting up with me. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm about to finish my row, and I asked a question earlier. I got some mixed responses. So if you do amigurumi or if you do stuffies or anything like that, how do you keep like a good stock of color varieties in different types of like yarn? Because like to make amigurumi, like whether you do it with cotton or whether you do it with acrylic, like how do you keep all those colors? Because I want to do like I was looking at this like Legolas project like doll that was so cool, but he had like 8 or 9 colors. There were so many shades of green, brown, and I just like I really wanted to do it, but I um I don't know how to like have like do I buy a bunch of colors and then just hope that I have the colors I need, or do I like buy specific project by project and then I don't know, I bought a Hobby Mega Ball. Yeah, but see, then you have too much of one color. See, I buy like Caron 1 pounds, and then I have these huge schemes that are annoying to deal with, and terrible to like store. So I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to like. What do I do for all the colors? Do you do it just by project and then you have a bunch of like leftover colors and hopefully you'll use them somewhere sometime? Any advice would be helpful because I just don't know what to do. I was like, maybe I'll buy some like bonbons, but I was like, but what if it's not enough color and then you can't buy that one color in that one bonbon? So I was like, no. The rainbow cotton, is that the one from Hobie? Or the one from it's from Hobie, right? Do I just buy all the colors so that I can like save on shipping? Like buy one of every color and just, yep, this works. That's really good advice. I was looking at Hobie because they do have a great selection of cotton colors. Also, do you get the 8-4 or the 8-8? Out, there's one that's fingering and one that's DK. I've never used fingering weight yarn except for the vagina earrings that I have, which is so weird to say. um, so I don't really know if I could do a whole project with that weight of yarn. But tell me your ways, Winter. You're an expert, so expert in my eyes. It's actually sport too. Okay, so just finished my next row. This is what it looks like. It's about, let's see, there's a little measuring tape and side here. It's about 3.5 inches long. All the way I put in it is 3.5 inches. I have 8-4 at home, but it's really thin. Get the 8-8. Okay, good to know. Because I was like, it might be too thin and I might not know how to deal with it. And honestly, like I have not worked with cotton a lot. It's very piecey for me, and I don't really love that, but it is what it is. It's cotton. That's the name of the game. And I just used sugars and cream um, to to make my packer, and this is a 4 weight, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can I do cotton and like thinner than this? I don't know, but we'll see. I think I have a cotton. Ah, fuck, man. I think I have a cotton that would be really cool to make. I think it's cotton. Would be really cool for I don't know if it's done. Let's see. So this is Mona Lisa by Ice Yarn. And it's 100% cotton. Oh, so this would be perfect. Look at this. Look how pretty that is. It's like rust colored and blue and white, gray, light blue, whatever. And it's so pretty and it's so soft. This would be really great for packers. Oh, I'm making this is my next packer. Next packer. I don't know why I'm so excited. Really excited about making a packer. But this is also thinner than a 4. It's a 3. So that might help me with like the size of it, because like I just feel like the packer that I made was too big. I was thinking, sorry Lydia, I didn't read that just until just now. I was thinking about making bears or a rabbit people who need a hug. That is so nice. That is so nice. That would be really great. I think a lot of people need hugs. And so one thing that I have found that I really want to try is, but it's expensive, kind of try is using memory foam in stuffed animals instead of polyfill, so that it's softer and gets more of that squishmallow feel to it than just polyfill. Because to me, polyfill sometimes gets a little lumpy after time. So if you with repeated use, so that is it. So my voice hurts from talking so much. Like I said before, let me find this Etsy. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna have to find. I'm gonna have to find my friend's Etsy shop and direct you to his work, because he made the choker that I'm wearing, and he also made the dream catcher behind me. Sounds like you're not feeling well. Yeah, my throat's a little scratchy. He made the dream catcher behind me, which has smoky quartz, clear quartz, and obsidian in it. He makes these beautiful dream catchers himself. He he makes like really unique ones too, in all different sizes. He blesses them. He just like, if you need a dream catcher, don't go to Urban Outfitters and buy like a mass produced one. Like, this is like the real deal, like really good quality dream catcher. That it's expensive because it's handmade, and he goes in the woods and he gathers the wisteria himself, and then he buys like sinew and makes really really cool dream catchers. So he's always made really cool things, and he makes jewelry as well. He makes a lot of custom stuff. So so he's got a great eye for just kind of things that are beautiful. So I'll get his information and I'll share it with you guys soon. Okay, I love you very much, and I'll talk to you later.